In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to make a model from a partial denture. These teeth will be extracted, so I need the intaglio surface to create the model. First of all, we're going to click on Shift D. Make sure the magnet tool is off. If it isn't, it's going to do this. So Control Z back, selected, Shift D, Enter. Now, just to make things simpler, I'll just call this a stone model. Well, it's actually a printed. Let's call this printed model. Printed model. And what I'll do is I'll just hide everything else away, because otherwise I'm going to get confused with everything. So here this is, hide this away, and then just do a bit of object management. And here the angles, take those away, the implants. Okay, these are the fixation pins. Great, and the sleeves as well, which are over here. Okay, now all I've got is my denture, and I'm going to exclusively focus on making a model. Now we've got 3 teeth missing. Go to the wax up or to your guide module if you don't have the wax up, and we're going to import hollow teeth, so generic hollow. We're going to position these teeth where they should go. Select, choose the teeth that I need, which is these two and this one over here. Delete unwanted, and then place into the sort of semi-correct position. Use the G key. The S key, we're going to scale them down a bit, and the R key, and then I'm going to further individualize it, and we're going to make this one a little bit larger to fit in the gaps. Look at it from a different perspective as well. Of course, they're not in the correct position yet, and these are a little bit arbitrary because we don't know how the bite is, where the bite is. Now we may have a few gaps in between, so we can deal with those. Okay, next thing is we want to close these teeth because they are open. To do that, select them, go to the wax up, to the model designer, and click on fill holes. Now this should fill the holes like that. If it doesn't fill the holes, you can always tab, select the edge loop, and then click on F like that. Next thing, we want to join these to the denture. So select, shift left click to select all of them, select the denture last, right click and click on join. Alternatively, find yourself a join button. Next, we'd like to voxel remesh it. In the wax up module, we've got a voxel remesh. In the guide module, there is one here with the tubes as well. Here, voxel remesh. These are distributed amongst the modules. Click on voxel remesh. The voxel remesh by default is quite small, so we don't need it this small. I'm going to put it at 0.2 and apply that. Next, we've got a few holes there. Let's delete the color. There's a green color. Click delete. Shift right click to place my cursor. Go to the model designer and click on patch up. S to scale, and then Shift D. This is like liquid hot wax. I love this. It's really quite nice to work with. Shift D across, and then just Shift D all the way to fill this little hole up like that. Click on fill. Next, go to sculpt object. Select sculpt object. I'm going to set my radius up a little bit, and we're going to smooth this area down nicely like that. We don't have to bother about this blob, and smooth this as well. Now you've guessed it, we've got one denture. with teeth that are added. But of course, this is going to be needing adjustment from underneath. So I'm going to just smooth this one a little bit and flatten it. Well, chances is there's going to be a little bit of work here to be done. Maybe once the guide is finished. So here. Next, what I want to do is I want to arch cut it. So I'm preparing the surface for my arch cut. So I'm going to come across here, there. I'm looking for crevices which may result in difficult cutting. So this is all looking quite good. Like here, for example, I just want to smooth that. Exit and place your cursor, select it, and click on that, and then arch cut, and then extrude. And we shall now extrude this all the way. When you get to the end, click on Fuse. Now when we make these models, make sure that the angle doesn't, the arch cutting line doesn't do this, for example. Over here we'd like to make sure that the model extrudes nicely all over the place. Click on Trim. Now usually when we make a model, we will then select the top. This is why we've got this procedure divided so that we can select what we want to keep. Now I'd like to keep this one over here, and we're going to click on Clean. You'll notice that the color shading looks kind of weird, and this is because this used to be the inside of the denture and this is the outside. We want to flip it. The face normals have to be flipped so that this becomes the outside and the other one is the inside. That's very important. Now note, if we're making a normal model now, it's going to be problematic because I've actually arch trimmed it like over the border, so you can see it comes this way. So if I make a model now, it's going to extrude down like this and cause problems. This is why we're going to make a base with border. So select it. Before I do that though, I'll just delete the color here, like that. Do the base with the border, upper base with border. That should theoretically take the border out this way and then create the base. So as we can see, it's actually brought it outwards as opposed to going through this way and causing problems further down the line. So here I've got a model that has been made from my base. These are segments. Let's hide those up. Let's see what that looks like with the actual denture in place. That's a denture, and here we go. We've got the model. Hope this was helpful. Again, thank you for watching. Okay, bye.